Thanks for checking out this video. Let's get to it. Let's talk about what's coming to Shudder for August of 2024. Now, just so people know, this is their highlights that they kind of sent out. It's stuff that they want people to know is really coming for that month. So there is always a possibility that they can end up adding some more stuff. That said, I don't think that's going to be the case. So what I'm going to go over, it sounds very light for August. And the reason I'm thinking that is because they like to do their 60 days of Halloween. So I think starting in September, they're going to go big, and it's going to be September, October, pretty big with releases and the movies they're going to be putting on their streaming service. So I think they're holding back in August so they can put a lot more in September and October. Just my thoughts. We'll see if that's right, but I think it probably will be. But gonna go over their exclusives and originals first, and just a reminder for people who don't know, I do no spoiler reviews the Monday of the week that each of these come out. So if you're kind of interested in these films, but you want to know a little bit more from a no spoiler standpoint, you can always come to my channel on Mondays to find out what that film is going to be like, because I do get screeners to review from Shudder. So anyway, let's talk about the first one. The first one that's coming is called Hellhole. Now, this is coming August 23rd. This is an Addams Family film, who did like Where the Devil May Roam or Hellbender, those types of things. So if you're into those films, if you like what they do, you'll probably want to check this out. Synopsis. The newest film from the Addams Family. Already said it. The filmmaking team behind Hellbender Hellhole centers on an American-led fracking crew that uncovers a living French soldier frozen in time from a Napoleonic campaign whose body hosts a parasite monster. That sounds actually really interesting. Super, super interesting. I'm going to be really down to check out that one. The next one is coming on August 16th. It is Dancing Village, The Curse Begins. I believe this is a subtitled film. A shaman instructs Mila to return a mystical bracelet, the Kawatura, to the Dancing Village, a remote site on the easternmost tip of Java Island. Joined by her cousin Yuta and his friends Yito and Arya, Mila arrives on the island only to discover that the village elder has passed away and that the new guardian, Mba Buyut, isn't present. I'm doing my best. Various strange and eerie events occur while awaiting Mba Buyut's return, including Mila being visited by Badarawi. I'm doing my best again. A mysterious mythical being who rules the village. When she decides to return the Kawatura without the help of Mga Buyut, they put that name in there so many times, Mila threatens the village's safety, and she must join a ritual to select the new Dawu, a cursed soul forced to dance for the rest of her life. Interesting. That synopsis went on way too long and didn't say nearly enough for how long it was, but sounds kind of interesting. The next film I'm excited they're going to have, this was released through Vinegar Syndrome, and it's a newer film, and I was kind of interested in it, but I didn't want to commit to buying it, so now I can watch it on Shudder. It's called Divinity, and that's coming August 2nd, so the first of these films. Two mysterious brothers abduct a mogul during his quest for immortality. Meanwhile, a seductive woman helps them launch a journey of self-discovery. Now, apparently Steven Soderbergh produced this film. Apparently, it looks phenomenal. From what I've heard, it looks great. It's done in black and white, and it's very kind of more like style over substance type thing. But, could be a cool visual experience. Now, this is one that I'm the most excited about, other than Joe Bob continuing, but Horror's Greatest. And this is a new Shudder series. I'm very, very excited for this. That starts on August 27th. I assume they'll do like one episode each week. Celebrating the very best the genre has to offer, Horror's Greatest is a deep dive into everything we love about horror. From fresh looks at classics to unearthing scores of hidden gems, this series is something for every fright film enthusiast. A gallery of ghoulish pros, including actors, directors, writers, composers, and special effects artists, draw on their unique knowledge to answer the big questions. What are the must-see films in horror's many subgenres? What's the appeal of horror tropes, and how do today's filmmakers subvert our expectations? What shape does horror take in countries outside of the United States? The answers encompass the breadth of the nightmares we watch for our entertainment. Doesn't it sound great? I'm very, very excited about that. I love those types of films, or those types of shows that kind of point out films that maybe you haven't seen that are either important to the genre or just a good time. So, extremely psyched about that one. Then the last Driving with Joe Bob Briggs will be continuing as it has every other Friday. They will have one on August 2nd, August 16th, and August 30th. And just a reminder that the streaming of it on demand on Shudder is always available on that Sunday after the Friday. So that's it for the exclusive and originals. Now we're going to go to the other films they're adding. And like I said, it is light in August, but there are some really good ones. Oddly enough, this is pure happenstance. I am wearing a Nightmare on Elm Street 3 t-shirt. And it's not Nightmare on Elm Street 3, but the original Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984 is going to be on Shudder, which is great. Teenager Nancy Thompson must uncover the dark truth concealed by her parents after she and her friends become targets of the spirit of a serial killer with a bladed glove in their dreams, in which, if they die, it kills them in real life. I probably didn't need to read that because I'm sure everyone watching this knows, but just in case, you never know when someone who's just getting into horror is watching a video. Also dropping, that was dropping on August 1st. The next 5 films are also dropping on August 1st. Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which I think is very underrated. A demonic force has chosen Freddy Krueger as its portal to the real world. Can Heather Langenkamp play the part of Nancy one last time and trap the evil trying to enter our world? This next one's one I highly recommend. In the Mouth of Madness, if you haven't seen it, by John Carpenter. An insurance investigator begins discovering that the impact a horror writer's books have on his fans is more than inspirational. I love In the Mouth of Madness. I have it on Blu-ray. It's wonderful. Also, Sam Neill, the best. Dawn of the Dead, the 2004 Dawn of the Dead remake, which is pretty solid. A nurse, a policeman, a young married couple, a salesman, and other survivors of a worldwide plague that is producing aggressive flesh-eating zombies take refuge in a mega Midwestern shopping mall. It might be about time for me to revisit that because it's been well over 10 years since I've seen that film, but I remember liking it. Then the next one is called The Dead Mother. I haven't heard of this. A criminal shoots and kills a painting restorer during a bungled burglary and shoots her daughter as well. 20 years later, the daughter has been left mute with a mental age of a child, spending most of her time in a mental institution. That's it. That's kind of a bad synopsis. They should give you some sort of intrigue, like what then happens. Spooky things, weird things, I don't know. Anyway, and then the last one for August 1st, I think there are definitely people out there who are going to be excited about this. This is a film I have never seen and I plan to never see in my life for certain reasons. You'll understand. Faces of Death. A collection of death scenes ranging from TV material to homemade Super 8 movies. I just don't have an interest in seeing actual stuff like that on screen. It's not for me. But I know there are people out there who will be excited about that. One film coming on August 5th, Lose, which they had on Shudder before, so they're re-adding it. Luz, a young cab driver, drags himself into the brightly lit entrance of a rundown police station. A demonic entity follows her, determined to finally be close to the woman it loves. Which sounds interesting, and actually a subscriber had actually recommended this film to me some time ago, so might have to give it a go now. And then the last film coming for August, or at least that they have on their highlights, is coming August 19th, The Deeper You Dig. In the aftermath of a roadside accident, the line between the living and the dead collapses for a mother, a daughter, and a stranger, which does sound interesting. That's it. So as usual, if you're hearing titles that you're very excited about, let me know. Ones that you think that if I have not seen them, you think I should definitely stay away from, or ones that I should definitely check out. Go ahead and put that in the comments. Or also, if you just want to talk about any other horror-related nerdy thing, or anything nerdy, really, that you're excited about, go ahead and put it in the comments. We can chit-chat. Do me a quick favor, hit subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That is the best way for you to repay me for all the free content. I do really appreciate that. Thumbs up is also another way to help me out with that YouTube algorithm situation. And you can hit the notification bell button if you want to know when I'm putting up new videos. But regardless, I really do thank you sincerely for taking your time to watch this video. It always still blows my mind that people actually use some of their time to watch me talk. So I'm just some dude. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It makes this worth doing, you know? But thanks so much, and until next time, keep it brutal.